Have you ever wondered why you keep running to the bathroom, even when you haven't had that much to drink? For many people, frequent urination feels like a mystery. Something must be wrong with the bladder, kidneys, or prostate. But here's what urologists want you to know. Sometimes the answer lies not in a disease, but in your daily habits. What you eat, what you drink, how you sleep, and even how you handle stress can all affect your bladder more than you realize. Caffeine, alcohol, salty foods, smoking, and late-night fluids are just a few of the lifestyle factors that urologists see every day in their patients. In this video, we'll dive into the common lifestyle triggers that contribute to frequent urination, explain why they matter, and share practical changes you can make to feel more comfortable and in control. When people think of frequent urination, they often imagine serious medical conditions like diabetes, prostate disease, or kidney problems. And while those are very real causes, urologists emphasize that not all bladder issues come from disease. In fact, a large portion of patients they see have symptoms that are directly tied to lifestyle. Why does lifestyle matter so much? The bladder is highly sensitive to what we put into our bodies and how we live our daily lives. Certain drinks, foods, and habits can stimulate the bladder, make it overactive, or simply increase the amount of urine the body produces. If you've ever had too many cups of coffee in the morning and spent the rest of the day searching for a bathroom, you've experienced this effect firsthand. Another reason lifestyle is important is timing. For example, drinking a lot of water or soda right before bed almost guarantees you'll wake up multiple times during the night. Eating a salty dinner causes your body to hold on to more fluid, which then gets released once you lie down, leading to nighttime urination. Even stress and anxiety can send signals to the bladder, making it feel full when it really isn't. The urologist's perspective is clear. While medical conditions must always be ruled out, lifestyle triggers are often the first thing they explore. Why? Because these are the easiest to fix and they don't require medications or invasive procedures. By simply adjusting daily routines, many patients notice fewer bathroom trips, better sleep, and improved quality of life. The bottom line is this: lifestyle habits are powerful. They can either calm your bladder or push it into overdrive. Understanding this connection gives you the opportunity to make changes before the problem grows into something more complicated. When urologists talk about frequent urination, one of the first areas they focus on is lifestyle triggers. These are everyday habits that many of us overlook, yet they play a big role in how often we feel the urge to urinate. Caffeine is one of the biggest culprits. Found in coffee, tea, chocolate, and energy drinks, caffeine is both a stimulant and a mild diuretic. It increases urine production and irritates the bladder lining, leading to urgency and frequency. That's why people who drink multiple cups of coffee often feel chained to the restroom. Alcohol works in a similar way. It's a strong diuretic that makes the kidneys produce more urine, and it also disrupts the signals between the brain and bladder. This is why drinking beer or wine in the evening often results in several bathroom trips during the night. Late-night fluids are another common trigger. Many people hydrate heavily before bedtime without realizing that this sets them up for nocturia, waking up multiple times at night. Even healthy drinks like water can be problematic if consumed too close to sleep. High-salt diets also play a role. Salt causes the body to retain fluid during the day, and when you lie down at night, that fluid shifts and is processed by the kidneys. The result? Increased nighttime urination. Smoking is often overlooked, but it irritates the bladder and increases the risk of bladder cancer, which can also present with frequency. Finally, stress and anxiety act as hidden triggers. Emotional tension can stimulate the nervous system, making the bladder feel full even when it's not. Patients with stressful jobs or high anxiety often report worsened urinary symptoms. The takeaway is clear. Many of the bathroom problems we face don't come from illness, but from what we drink, eat, and do every day. Recognizing these triggers is the first step to taking control. When patients come to a clinic complaining about frequent urination, many expect to leave with a prescription. But from a urologist's perspective, the first step isn't always medication, it's education. Urologists often explain that before jumping into drugs or procedures, small lifestyle adjustments can dramatically reduce symptoms. The most common recommendation is to cut back on caffeine and alcohol. This doesn't necessarily mean giving them up entirely, but reducing intake to 1 cup of coffee in the morning or limiting alcohol to special occasions can make a noticeable difference. Patients who drink multiple cups of coffee, tea, or soda throughout the day often see improvement within just a week of reducing. Another key recommendation is timing fluid intake. Urologists suggest drinking most of your fluids earlier in the day and tapering off in the evening. This prevents the bladder from filling up during the night, which is one of the main causes of nocturia. They also highlight the importance of a balanced diet. Cutting down on salty snacks, processed foods, and late-night heavy meals helps the body regulate fluid balance. Pairing this with more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains supports not only bladder health, but also overall wellness. Stress management is another area urologists address. Patients who live under constant pressure often experience worsened bladder symptoms. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or even light exercise before bed can calm the nervous system and reduce bladder overactivity. And for smokers, the advice is clear. Quit smoking. This not only lowers cancer risk, but also reduces bladder irritation. Urologists emphasize that these changes are not about perfection, but about consistency. Even small, steady improvements, like replacing one caffeinated drink with water or setting a cutoff time for evening fluids, can bring meaningful relief. The bottom line, lifestyle changes are often the most effective and safest first line of defense. They put patients in control and can prevent the need for stronger medical interventions later. Hearing advice from a urologist is one thing, but putting it into practice is where the real change happens. Many patients are surprised at how small, practical adjustments can reduce their bathroom visits within weeks. Take caffeine as an example. A man who drank 3 strong cups of coffee before noon noticed he was urinating almost every hour. After switching to 1 cup in the morning and replacing the rest with herbal tea or water, he cut his bathroom trips in half by the end of the week. Another common story involves evening fluids. A woman used to drink 2 bottles of water after dinner, believing it was healthy, but she was waking up 3 or 4 times a night. Her urologist suggested shifting most of her hydration to daytime and limiting fluids 2 hours before bed. The result? She now sleeps through the night with only 1 bathroom break. Dietary salt is another hidden factor. A patient who loves salty snacks and instant noodles found that his ankles often swelled during the day and he urinated more at night. After reducing salt and choosing fresh foods instead, his swelling decreased and his bladder felt calmer. Stress management is equally powerful. One patient who worked a high-pressure job noticed her urgency spiked on stressful days. By practicing 10 minutes of deep breathing and light stretching before bed, she reported fewer nighttime trips and better sleep. These stories highlight a key truth. Lifestyle adjustments don't have to be drastic. Simple, consistent steps like cutting down caffeine, managing evening fluids, lowering salt, and calming stress can transform daily comfort. Urologists encourage patients to treat these habits as part of their health journey, not just quick fixes. Frequent urination doesn't always mean something is seriously wrong. It's often your lifestyle sending signals through your bladder. Caffeine, alcohol, salt, smoking, stress, and late-night drinking habits may all play a role. The encouraging news is that by making small, consistent changes, you can take back control of your bladder and your sleep without immediately relying on medication. From a urologist's perspective, awareness is the first step. Once you understand the connection between your daily choices and your urinary health, you're empowered to make better decisions. And if symptoms don't improve after adjustments, that's the time to see a urologist for deeper evaluation. So don't ignore the signs. Pay attention to your habits, make those small shifts, and take charge of your health today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share with friends, and subscribe for more trusted health insights.